All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be telling you all about my time fighting in World War I. First, you need some context about how I ended up in the war. So the year is 1878, and I am living in Australia, hunting alligators, trying to get the alligator hunting achievement so I can upgrade my armor to level 21. Everything is going normal, but one day I fell asleep on the job and was kidnapped by the alligators. They took me all the way to India. It took me a while, but I managed to escape. I didn't really feel like going back to Australia, so I just decided to settle in India. Now, you guys might not be exactly experts in history, so let me teach you a quick lesson. In the 19th century, India was known as the British Raj, and as the name might suggest, it was part of the British Empire. I got my citizenship, which meant that when World War I started, I was conscripted and forced to fight on the Western Front. At the beginning of the war, we were told that we would be back home by Christmas, and when that didn't happen, we were understandably upset. Well, most of us were. Everyone was pretty upset, but I don't like to be depressing, so I was pretty cheered up. But don't get it wrong, it was still miserable. The bad part wasn't the constant death, the horrid conditions, or anything like that. The bad part was the fact that I had spent all of my life with British and French people, who are the single worst group of people on earth. It was miserable day after day after day. I had to put up with them, but one day I snapped, and that's right, I decided to join the Germans. French and British people simply do not deserve to exist, so I wanted to contribute to them not existing. It took me a while to learn German, but I eventually got the hang of it once I figured out that I would just need to scream every time I needed to talk. I got along great with the Germans, and we had a lot of fun kicking some British and French ass. One night, me and some of my German friends got bored at night, and so we snuck out of our tents. We went to the British camps to steal their food, but all we found was beans and bread. We were so disgusted by this that the next day we were so inspired to kill them, all for their crimes against food. We single-handedly won 48 battles in one day, a record that lasts to this day. We even sent a letter to the Italians telling them about what the British eat so they would switch sides to fight on our side. It didn't work, though. I guess they must have not gotten a letter, actually. Now that I think about it, the letter was in German, so that's why it probably didn't work. Oh well. On Christmas 1915, me, the rest of my division hatched a plan to take out the British division we were up against. Since it was Christmas, we would send them a letter and pretend that we wanted a one-day truce with them to celebrate Christmas, and we would play each other in a football game, Britain versus Germany. But here's the thing, we would put a bomb under the football pitch and blow it up during the game. And the plan was working, but there was one problem: the bomb didn't go off. The guy that was supposed to place the bomb fell asleep, and nothing happened, so we had to just go along with it and pretend that nothing was wrong. We are today regarded as heroes that held peace during a time of world mail. Well, at least we win the game. So that's it, I guess. The war would soon turn in favor of British and French, and when the Americans joined, we had little hope. We knew that we would all get punished for fighting in the war, so I knew that I needed to come up with a plan to get myself out of trouble. My plan came to reality in 1918, when just months before Germany would surrender, my division was on the run and the Americans were chasing us. I then separated myself from my division and hid behind a tree. When I saw the Americans coming, I got naked because I was wearing a German uniform, and I then went up to the Americans and pretended to have escaped German captivity, and they believed me. I then rushed to get to America as fast as possible so that no British or French soldiers recognized me and tell the Americans that I fought for the Germans. That's actually how I got to America in the first place, and as you all know, I would go on to become president. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.